Right, the seats are in and my god, they look incredible. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, it's going to be a really exciting video because yes, today we're going to be installing my OMP Strata bucket seats into my Seat Ibiza. Now this is not a straightforward process, especially when you're doing what I'm doing, and that is mounting them to the original factory rails and kind of mount. It's not too difficult, but it is, but I'll try and talk you through the process. I'm kind of in my house at the moment just figuring stuff out. See, I've done a lot of like faffing about, trying to figure out how everything's going to fit and all that kind of stuff. Now I'm doing this on a budget as well, so bear that in mind. So if you're going to go for like aftermarket rails and like brackets, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Whereas I did this for very, very cheap, and it works, and it's strong, and it's going to do the job perfectly. So I'll say I've already done one side rails, so I've made all the holes and things like that, and it took me a long time. It's been an absolute nightmare, guys, honestly. But this means, right, I can tell you guys how to do it, and it'll save you guys money as well, and probably a lot of time as well, because I've done all the hassle for you, and I've done all the hard work. So I'll try and show you where I am now, and then we'll take it from there. We still need to do the driver's side seat rails and drill the holes in the flat bar. But like I said, I'll show you everything I'm doing, and just so you know how to do it yourself, because like I said, it'll save you guys a lot of time and money. So anyway, let's get into today's video. Right, so here are the original factory Seat Ibiza rails. Now, they can unbolt from the seats. They're held on by about, was it 8 bolts in total? So there's 2 here, 2 there, 2 there, and 2 here. Now, like I said, they unbolt from the original seats, so you've got a perfect platform here to base your bucket seats on, and to fit your bar across here and there. Now I've actually already drilled the holes for this, but this is basically the flat bar you're going to use. It's very strong. It's about, I'm not sure how thick it is, but it's very strong stuff. It's very good. And this goes across there, and we've got these 40mm spacers. Now, the reason we need these is so that the bar will clear your handle, which obviously moves the seat backwards and forwards. So you do need these. You can't just bolt these straight to the rails, because like I said, they'll come into contact with your handle and you won't be able to move your seats back and forward. So yes, you'll need these. They're not too expensive. You'll need about 16 in total, which came to about £18. Now you can get these on eBay. They're an M8 size, which is the size of the bolts holes here, M8. So now what you need to first do is, now I'm going to give you a brief kind of description how you do this. So imagine this bar is obviously not being drilled. So what I first did was I mounted these inside the car, and when I did that, I put them into the furthest back position, and then I got my flat bar, obviously laid it on top, and it was quite difficult, but it worked. Then once I had everything in position and I was happy with the position of the bar, I got like a little kind of toothpick, or whatever you want to call it, like a pick, something that can scratch the metal, and I poked obviously underneath the holes, and obviously made my mark so I knew where to drill holes. Now, one thing to bear in mind, on this side, so this is obviously the right hand side rail, obviously don't use the hole furthest to the back. It's the kind of the 2 holes at the front you'll need to use, because if you use the one furthest to the back, the rail, so the bar will sit at an angle and it won't fit properly. I found that out the hard way. So yeah, you've got 2 holes there. They're the ones that are closest together, which is obviously these ones here. You can see where I've made the holes already. Obviously they go like that. Obviously, you know, with your spacers here as well, they bolt onto there and they bolt underneath. It's all quite simple. As you've got lots of bolts. Now, this is actually an important talking point. These bolts are very strong. Now, you get bolts, different strengths. You get 8.8s, you get 10.9s, I think. These bolts are 12.9. So these bolts are very, very strong. So that's what you need for these kind of things. Some good strong bolts, nothing weak that can strip the threads or bend. These are very strong bolts. So if you're doing this yourself, get some very good, strong, good quality bolts, just so there's no problems and everything's nice and strong in the event of an accident. So I know this is very boring for you guys, but I need to explain all this before putting in the seats, just so you know how to do it yourself, because you know I'm saving you guys the time and hassle, just kind of giving you a rough idea how to do this. When I drilled these holes out and I was happy with the position, I obviously bolted these to here, put them in the car, and then when I knew it, all the bolt holes on the floor lined up, I was happy. So then what I did was, took the bar, put it on top of my other flat bar, which I've got downstairs, which I still need to drill holes in. I just obviously copied the holes over to the other one, so I knew where to drill. So again, that saves you some time as well. Right, so I think what I'm doing now is, just to show you guys what it looks like when it's all put together again, I'm gonna make up these rails, put all the spacers on and how it's supposed to be when it's all bolted together, and then show you what it looks like, and then we'll take it from there, and then we'll crack on with the other rails. Right guys, I'm not sure you can hear me because it's quite windy, but here's some more adjustments you need to make. Now, I'm not using camera, but obviously remember I said about these two bolts here you need to obviously use. Well, you have to actually cut out a small section here to obviously get a bolt in there. And there's also this thing, so just as a comparison, right, also it's something else you need to remove. Inside the rails, there's just a little kind of bracket here, which obviously, I don't know it's for, but it doesn't actually do anything. It's like a bump stop or something like that. But you need to remove that, otherwise the bolt will come in contact with that and you won't be able to move your seats either. You just make a wee cut there. I'll show you how to do it. You can see where I've done it here. These are both the right hand side rails of the both separate seats. So I'm doing them both at the same time, just to show you guys. So I'll do this one now and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. Right, now with that bump stop removed, now we need to just cut a wee section out here so we can actually put a bolt in where it needs to go. So I'm going to cut out here with the angle grinder and a buckle camera in a minute. Now that that's done, we're ready to put the passenger side seat rails all together with the bar, and then once that's done we can move on to the driver's side and start drilling the holes in the flat bar, which I've got downstairs that are all marked up and ready to go. But I'm going to put this together first just so you can see what it looks like when it's done. Before it in the comment section says, no, this will not affect the structural integrity of the rails. You know, there's some people that get really picky about some things I do and think, that's rough. I mean, sorry, right, but look, there's a tiny bit of metal removed, right? So anyone that gets picky, just don't bother, because, I mean, that's not going to affect any structural integrity. These are still very strong. I mean, I'm using probably the strongest bolts you can possibly get for this, so it's like, it's all good. And same with the spacers, they're all good quality stuff. I don't use cheap, weak stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to put the camera down, assemble this, and I'll show you what it's like when it's done. There we go, that is one rail complete. Now, as you can see, everything works fine. There's your handle, that goes up and down. There's plenty of clearance there for that as well. Now also, the other night, I actually test fit the seats. I just kind of sat them on top, and they sit at the perfect height. But yeah, we look at that, that's them on. Everything fits quite nicely. I'm really happy with how it's come out, to be honest. Like, as you see, that's all the bolts are. Everything's all good. I mean, honestly, I put so much work into getting these fitted properly, and just, you know, I'm really happy with that. Yeah, that is that. Right, that is in place now. That's all bolted to the floor. Everything lines up perfectly. All the bolt holes are in, and they work perfectly. There's a few adjustments I need to make still. Unfortunately, it hits the kind of like seat belt bracket here, so I'll need to actually, with the angle grinder, cut a small section of this bar off at the back, just so it's got enough clearance to clear that. Because obviously this might be a tiny bit longer than I expected, but that's not a problem. I'll easily whip this off and just make the little adjustments there, and maybe take a bit of here as well, just so there's more room there as well. Yeah, things are going well so far. Like, everything's lining up very well, everything fits good, which can be quite a hard thing to do when you're doing things from scratch and doing things like this when you're basically, when these seats are not supposed to, they're actually not made for the car, but you need to make things fit, and that's basically what this is all about. But I'm doing this video to help you guys out, and just so you know how to do this yourself. Obviously all cars are different, but this is basically how you do it in a, say, IBIZA 6L or maybe even a 6J. It might be similar as well. And other VOD cars are probably similar to this as well. Anyway, so I'm going to crack on with the drilling, and then we'll take it from there. Right, that is one part done, which is for the back, I think. That's the M8 size bolts drilled out. Now, a wee tip, go up in sizes. Now, obviously, I've got like lots of drill sizes, but like start off small and then work your way up, and you'll find you'll cut through the metal a lot easier. Now, that is one done. As you can see, you've got that's for the back, I think. So, yeah, that'll be for this part here. So, obviously, the part at the back is where the bolts are closest together. So, whereas at the front they're quite wide apart. So anyway, so obviously that's for the driver's side, that's complete, that's just a reference. But anyway, now that that's done, I'll just crack on with the other bit of plate because I'm not going to show you again. I mean, we all know how to drill holes. So anyway, I'll back the camera once all the holes are drilled, and we get to start putting the driver's side rails together, assembled, and then we'll take it from there. One thing to remember if you're doing this yourself, for the nuts, make sure you get like the nylon locking nuts, so they don't come loose and your seats don't go flying. I think the next thing we need to do is drill the holes into the seats, try and figure out where the holes are and all that kind of stuff, and then we can get to bolt them in the car. So let's crack on. Right guys, so it's actually a new day now. We're actually ready to drill the holes in the rails to mount the seats onto. Now, I've just been away getting bolts. We have them here, as you can see very well. They are 12.9 tensile strength. So it's the same tensile strength as these bolts here. So these are incredibly strong bolts. Now these are the ones that obviously, go through here and bolt to the seats. Now, last night I already made all the kind of markings for where I need to drill the holes. It was really awkward. I'm not going to go through all the process. It was really boring. But I think, now I've gone over the fine-tooth comb, done all the measurements. I'm pretty sure all the markings that I've made are in the correct place for the holes in the seats. So I'm going to probably take this somewhere in the house, get the holes drilled, and then hopefully the holes underneath the seats line up with the holes I've made on the rails. So I'll probably do that off camera, and I'll bring the camera back when everything's done and we're ready to bolt in these seats and get them in the car, because I cannot wait, because they look amazing. Also, I gave them a wee clean last night as well, so they're a lot cleaner. Anyway, I'll be back the camera once I've drilled these out, and we'll crack on. Once the seats are bolted to the rails, we'll need to swap over the seatbelt buckle. Now, on these seats, they can just bolt down there. There's a wee bolt there. Does they bolt the seatbelt buckle too? And so on the standard seats that are in the car, they're just basically bolted on in the same way. So I'll bolt on there, no problem at all. Just something worth mentioning in case you forget to do it yourself. But I mean, everyone's general common sense to do that anyway. But anyway, I'm going to crack on with these rails, get the holes drilled, and we'll back the camera, and hopefully everything lines up perfect. Right guys, now here is the seat belts that need to go on. Now, obviously this is the original seat belts from the original Seat Ibiza seats. Now they just unbolt from the seat, they're held on by like one bolt there, and these will go, but they'll basically go like that. So I'll put them on off camera, just so keep off the boring stuff. So let's get that rail onto the driver's seat, and then we can install the seats. Right, so it's a new day and the seats are ready to go in. Plus in the last clip we putting the rails on, all that kind of boring stuff, but yes, the seats are ready to go in, we've got the seat belt buckles on, everything's ready to go. So let's get outside and get them in the car. And also, if you did enjoy this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it only takes about a few seconds, so do that, I'd really appreciate it. Right, the seats are in, and my god, they look incredible, and everything fits really well too. Wow, I'm really impressed. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely outdone myself with this one. First, let's get some cinematics, and then we'll have a seat in them and see how they are. It feels good, like when you put this much work into something and it pays off, it feels amazing. So I'm going to jump in and see if I'm happy with all the fitment and things. I've got to make sure the seats sit in the right position. So let's see a seat. Right, so first impressions, the seat feels like it's set a bit flat, so I might need to like make some adjustments, like under my kind of knees. It feels a bit flat, so I might actually like put some more spacers maybe at the front just to bring the front end up a little bit, because it feels a bit. Oh, there we go. But yeah, honestly, it feels like good and purple. I mean, they are so comfortable, and honestly, I'm sitting bang on in front of the steering wheel, just where the factory seats were. So I say I made a pretty perfect job of actually getting the seats in the right position, I would say. No real kind of complaints from here. Yeah, I would really say it's worth it. I mean, it's been a lot of hard work, but I wouldn't do this ever again because it's a really crap job. So yeah, all in all, I think this has been a success. So if you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new, subscribe, because I've got plenty of content coming on this car and other projects I have on the channel. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.